In your Power BI dashboards, you can share supplemental details about Stratum data that was used to build out dashboard visuals. That's done by displaying Stratum Glossary info or linking directly to it. Glossary info elevates user understanding about what they're analyzing in dashboards, the levels and measures in them. For example, in this video, I'll show you glossary content that was added with Stratum Power BI Connector and the Go To Stratum visual features. Then I'll show you how to set up that content. Let's start with this glossary table visual that was built with Stratum Power BI Connector. It's a companion to this tree map that was built from Stratum View data. The table shows names and glossary descriptions for items found in the tree map source view. For example, here's the definition for the view's year-to-date difference calculation that was used in the tree map. This other column keeps the visuals data in the same order as it appears in the original view. And this column links to the glossary in case users want to explore details about other items in Stratum. Clicking the Details toggle at the top of this glossary window is how you display more parts of the Stratum glossary and info about your data model. Another part of the dashboard uses Silvon's Go To Stratum visual to link out to another type of glossary data. Those are attribute relationship details. When I click a brand in the tree map, then click this icon associated with the Go To Stratum visual, a glossary window displays attribute relationship details for that particular brand. Let's build out this glossary content in a new dashboard. We'll set up the tree map and its glossary table visual first. Start out by getting data from Stratum using the Stratum Power BI Connector. Specify your environment to get data from. When doing that, you have this option to bring in glossary data. Select Yes to have access to glossary data features as you continue with other steps for setting up the dashboard. Search for the desired view, expand it in search results, and choose both the glossary data and view data options. Then load the data. Entries for both types of data populate the data pane. The tree map will use view data, so I begin by adding that visual, then selecting the source data to populate it like product brand. Let's fast forward to my final result reflecting the adjusted title and size. To add glossary definitions, I choose the table visual type, then expand the glossary data folder in the data pane. Next, glossary items are selected to build out columns for the table. I adjust the table size to see more of the visuals info before moving on to final steps for it. I also want to link the name column to the glossary. From the Cell Elements section, I pick the column where the link will be, then enable the Web URL option. From this window, I pick this special field. It's the glossary URL option that contains link information. Links are activated for the name column in the table. From there, users can click any item in the column to see more of its info and navigate to other parts of the glossary. I'm looking at details for the product brand level that I clicked in the dashboard table, but I can move around this window to look at other things like this dimension section of the glossary. Finally, let's add the Go To Stratum visual that will open the glossary's attribute relationship info. For this step, I already imported the visual into the Visualizations pane, copied the URL for my Stratum environment, and found the ID of the view that is the source of data for the main tree map visual. I'm ready to set up the glossary link. First, I add the visual to the dashboard and resize, then reposition it. From the data pane, select the dimension value to pass to the glossary via the visual. This selection must be the same dimension value used in the associated main visual. In this example, product brand is used in the tree map and should be what's used for this associated Go To Stratum visual. In the Stratum Details properties, I copy my URL and enter the ID of the view to associate with the visual. That's the same view used for the tree map in this example. Then, I select glossary data from the Data to Show drop-down list. If I had left this option set to View Data, my visual would open the specified view instead of the glossary. Other properties can be customized, such as the hover text for the visual or image that shows for it in the dashboard. This Stratum glossary link is ready to use. When users click a brand in the tree map, then click this Go To Stratum visual, the glossary opens to show attribute relationship values for that specific brand. Here's all the details about brand 10, which is the prime grown brand. Along with attribute relationship info, this glossary window shows the main definition for the applicable level, product brand in this example. That wraps up my video about Stratum Glossary features in Stratum Power BI Connector and the Go To Stratum visual. Explore the Getting Started guides for each of those Silvon products to learn more about their glossary features. If you're an administrator, make sure your glossary has been built out with definitions customized to your Stratum Data Hub. Doing that definition work makes sure the glossary has accurate and meaningful details for users. Additional resources about Silvon products and their functionality are on the Silvon website and its CustomerNet knowledge base.